Here's my Victorinox Swiss Army knife collection. Right here I have, I don't know what this one's called. This is an update, by the way. I have an older video with my collection in it. I've added a few since then. The dog's barking at nothing. This one, I don't know what this one's called. It's like the Spartan, but it's 111 millimeter. I'm not a big fan of them. This one was free though. A friend of mine gave it to me. He got it. Oh, I don't remember how he got it, but he just gave it to me. Here's the Farmer with nylon scales and the gold shield on it. Just has one blade. I use it for replacing the handle scales on my other ones. It's a good lifter, pry lifter, to lift up the scales off of there. Here's my money clip I got. It's a 58 millimeter, I think. Black money clip. I don't know how to change the scales on them. I don't think you can. I think it's one color and that's all it's ever going to be. I'd like it to be red though. Oh well. It's cool. It's got scissors. Looks like they were used for like a roach clip or something. I got this from the same guy. He found them somewhere, or he used them. It's got a blade, small blade, and scissors, and the clip. Here's all the scales I've got. I've got some 91 millimeter ones, replacement ones, red, sapphire, and there's some blue ones down here somewhere. There's some cobalt blue. The book. Some classic SDs. I got that one in ALOX. Red, sapphire. I have an EDC red one I use on my keys. Can't get my keys out. I got one I EDC on my keys. It's a red one. Classic SD. And then here's the 84 millimeter. Well, now here's an executive model. I think it's 58 millimeter. I got this from the same guy. I got it for free. It's in nearly brand new condition. It's excellent. Excellent condition. I just, it had these crappy, beat up old black scales on it, and handle scales, and I replaced them with red ones, and the tools, I didn't really even realize how nice the tools were on it until I put the new scales on. It just looks brand new now. It's awesome. I like that one. And 84 millimeter Sportsman. It's like the Spartan, but it's smaller version of it. And instead of a small blade, it's got a nail file right here instead of the small blade. And Sportsman 2. It's the exact same thing, just with nylon scales instead of Celador. Polished scales. I had a video on YouTube earlier, months ago. I had no idea what these were. Wasn't sure if they were knockoffs or what, because they were smaller with these. It was before I got this one. I only had these two. I had these two, the same Sportsman. These are Sportsman 2s. I had two Sportsman 2s. Didn't know if they were knockoffs. I was asking if anybody knew what they were, and I found out they're real. They're just a smaller. They're just a smaller version. Easier to carry. The tools are just as good. I like them. I carry them every now and then. You can tell I carry that one a lot. The shield's all rubbed off. Never carried that one. I've carried this one lightly, just a couple days right when I got it. Maybe, well, it was a couple weeks actually. I carried that a couple weeks. Now, moving on. We have the, what is this one? This is the Spartan. 91 millimeter Spartan. Large blade, small blade, corkscrew, straight pin, flathead, can opener with a small flathead. Wire, what is it? It can be used as a Phillips too. Wire stripper on the large, cap lifter. You know the drill. All of the 91 millimeters and these 58s have those same tools. Or excuse me, 84 millimeters. They all have the same tools on them, except for different model differences. But they all have the standard flathead can opener. You know how that goes. This is the Super Tinker. I upgraded it to a Super Tinker Plus, which means it has the straight pin, an ink pen, with the original toothpick and tweezers. So it's a Super Tinker Plus, which is nice. I carry it on the weekends. I like to keep it nice. I know. Tools are meant to be used, but I like to keep them nice looking. And I EDC, usually the Spartan. Where is my... I have another Spartan. This is the one I EDC. This Spartan. I have two Spartans. There's one there, and here's the other one. I connect that one to work. I got it off edcsource.com for $8. And it came in, the scales looked like they'd been polished, used but polished up, looked nice. Few little nicks on them. But the knife itself, beyond the scales, brand new. I'm talking, this thing doesn't even look like it's ever been used. It looked like it was carried around in somebody's pocket and never used. And got it for $8. Great deal. Yep, there's my wife texting me. Moving on. I just rescaled this. It was blue, but I'm in the more traditional red mood lately, so I've got them all red now. Deluxe Tinker. It's like the Super Tinker, but it has pliers also. Hold on a second, I'll show you. It has pliers on it. It has the scissors, large blade, small blade, screwdrivers, like I talked about earlier, but it also has pliers on it, which is really cool. And I just upgraded this one also to, it is now a Deluxe Tinker Plus, which, like I said before, has the ink pen, straight pen, tweezers, and toothpick. But it has the added pins on it. That one has epoxy on it, or on the little rivet holes on this front scale, so it's drying. So that's why the tweezers aren't in there. I don't want to put them in there just yet. This is the Champ Plus. Has almost all the standard tools on it, minus the pliers. This is a great, legendary, awesome knife. I love this one. I don't carry the small eyeglass screwdriver and the corkscrew on this one. I have it over here somewhere in one of those little baggies. I'm not really a big fan of it. I never use it. I leave it on the Champ models, but not the Champ Plus. It's got Phillips magnifying glass, metal file, metal saw, wood saw, scissors, small screwdriver, parcel hook, reamer, awl, wood chisel, really cool, corkscrew, pin, pen, toothpick, tweezers, blah blah blah. Almost everything. That is an awesome one. It's much lighter weight than the Champ. Here's the Champ. It's got everything on it. Short of your XVAT Champ models, which I'm not really a big fan of. They're just too damn massive. They're too big. You'd never carry them. I can carry a Champ in my pocket and be just fine with it. It's a little bulky, but I can carry it around in my pocket without a problem. That's nice. I've used it a few weeks, a couple months maybe. I don't know. But it has all the tools from all these other ones combined into this one. That's a newer model with the shorter. The newer model has a shorter Phillips and a bigger magnifying glass. Why they would upgrade it to, or change the model where it has a shorter Phillips and a bigger magnifying glass is beyond me. I have no idea. Because from a guy's point of view that needs tools, more efficient tools to use and in your pocket ready to use, I would want, here's the older Champ model I also have. It has the longer Phillips on it and the smaller magnifying glass. I might do a video on that later. But it has all the, it's the same Champ. Two different Champs. Just one's the older one and one's the newer one. And I keep the older one with this little plastic thing over it. I just like to keep it for play, for looks, because it's a discontinued, retired model, not made anymore, and it's in nearly brand new condition. So I'd like to leave it that way. Maybe it'll be worth something someday. It's worth something to me now. But that's all of them, except for I forgot you. This is the first one I ever bought when I was 15. I wasn't old enough to drive a car yet. And I went up to Walmart. A buddy's dad took us up to Walmart, and I bought this. It's the Explorer. This one is with the longer Phillips on it and the smaller magnifying glass. Explorer model. It's nearly to its last leg on some of the tools, like the scissors. They're kind of coming apart, and I don't know how to repair those. I could send it off, I guess, but I'm afraid something happened to it. It's too important to me. It's the first one I ever bought when I was a kid. I had one before that. It was a Tinker. I don't have it now. I lost it. But the first one I ever had was a Tinker. The first one I ever bought was this one. I could do individual videos later on these. I won't get into all the tools on them, but just wanted to show you guys my knives. I keep it in the box that the Champ came in. The Champ Plus came in that box, and I keep it in there, so nothing happens to it. And that's it. That's my knives. My Swiss Army knives, my Victorinox Swiss Army knife collection. See ya.